Hi, Mr. Alexander. The pilot drove like you thought it would. Has all the equipment you said it had to have. And it is your first choice of color. Okay. Well, I told you earlier that we make it easy here at Curry Honda. Our IMVP pricing, we do the pre-discounting up front. We want to make this less stressful. We want to make it more enjoyable. We want to make it way faster. And the bottom line is, we want you to save money without the hassle of going through some miserable negotiating experience. So, as you can see here, the price is $30,500, okay, with fees and taxes. This is the bottom line. I just need your okay right there.
Mr. Richards, that's super, and I appreciate that. But you have to remember one thing. That's not my first choice. I take that for the price.
Okay, I understand. You know, Mr. Alexander, almost everybody that buys a car from us says the same thing. Everybody wants a lower price, and quite frankly, there's nothing that I've ever bought that I didn't wish that I'd gotten a lower price on. But the bottom line is this. If the value's there, okay, the price you pay is the most painful moment of the ownership experience. The rest of the ownership experience is terrific. If the price you pay is low and the value isn't there, well, that's your best moment, but every moment thereafter is worse and worse and worse. That's why we do the IMVP pricing. But I understand that you're skeptical. We're a car dealership. You bought cars before.
Correct. Okay,
they've all told you they had a best price, and later on they all dropped it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you the process we go through to make sure that this price is right from the get-go. Okay? You know, I've mentioned to you that we're constantly searching out the real prices on vehicles throughout the market. Well, that's really not us that does that. Okay? It's a company called Purecarscom. And let me show you who they are.
Now, is this your manager's website?
You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question. Because if it was, it wouldn't have any validity. If it was our own website, it wouldn't have any validity. I'm going to take you right down here. And this says, who are we? And when it says who are we, they're not talking about anybody at Curry Honda. This doesn't include me or my manager or my owners. Who are we is Pure Cars. Pure Cars is a trusted provider of independent vehicle research. This is set up for consumers. They're talking to you now. Shop smart using Pure Cars value reports and use our helpful information to determine the value offered on any pre-owned vehicle. Now, that's them. What does it mean to be a Pure Cars Platinum dealer? That's us. When we agree to be a Pure Cars Platinum dealer, this is what we agree to. We agree to be transparent. We agree to be straight up. We agree to commit to openly display the independent Pure Cars value report on all of our pre-owned vehicles to assure that you have the information you need to make an informed decision when shopping for your vehicle. Now, what that means is we may show you a vehicle that's priced a little bit higher than the market. And if we cannot justify that, shame on us, don't buy the car. But in this particular case, okay, this is the Pure, by the way, if you look up here, we're no longer on CurryHondaGA.com. We're on PureCars.com. This is an independent site. Price below average. Based on their independent research, the Pilot that you picked out is already $763 below average for a comparable vehicle, equipment, color, and miles. Now, this is a new arrival. You're one of the first people to see this vehicle. We just got it. I told you what we were, a platinum dealer. I'm about to show you the Carfax, which will give you the complete history of the vehicle. And shoot, the 2011 is a very late model car. Now, third row seating, you said you had to have it, right? Okay. You knew it's a 6-cylinder engine, satellite radio. Yes, you got it. Cruise control, tire pressure monitor. You know, a lot of people go, well, what the devil's that? Well, you know what? It is a safety feature and a money-saving feature. Okay? When your tires are underinflated or overinflated, you got safety issues. And just as importantly, you're wearing your tires out too fast. So you got that going for you. Keyless entry, front-wheel drive, and a security system. Now, it's a used car. A lot of people are skeptical about used cars. Well, no need to be. This is a one-owner car. No total loss reported. no airbag deployment, which means it's never been it's never been hit hard or hit anything hard. No accidents or damage at all, in fact, reported. It qualifies for the Carfax buyback guarantee. What that means is if a year from now you take it into a place and they're servicing it and they say, whoa, this car had frame damage, or it looks like this odometer was tampered with, or it looks like this was in a serious accident, you have the right to file a complaint with Carfax and they will buy the car back from you because they missed it. That's how strong this report is. No structural frame damage, no indication of odometer rollback, and there are no open manufacturer recalls. Meaning, if there were any recalls on this Pilot, and I'm not aware of any, but if there were, they've already been taken care of. But if you want to take a deeper dive, we can look at the report itself. Mr. Alexander, this vehicle, by the way, has always been serviced at our store. And when it was traded in at 15,000 miles, we had just changed the oil and filter. So you are not due for any services at this particular company. The service records are up to date. And by the way, this will make this car way more valuable to you when you go to trade it to sell it. Now, let's look at something that I think you'll find extremely. You know, I could give you the model value highlights and the model strength highlights, but I think you already know that. You're well aware of the Pilot and Honda. But here's what Pure Cars does. They've searched the area, not just locally, but regionally. Okay, locally is you know, inside the Beltway or around the Beltway. Regional might be 5 or 6 different counties. But what they found is comparable Pilots are for sale right this minute. Okay, and I hope you don't go trying to hunt them up, but they are for sale right now. One's $1,360 higher than ours is priced. Another's $495. Another's $15,000 higher. By the way, the first and third ones have multiple owners. Another one's $1,000 higher, another one's $388. Let me ask you a question. How could a car be priced $15,000 more than our car? Why might you think that would be?
I have no idea unless they overpaid for it when they bought it.
And you know what? That shouldn't be your problem, should it?
No.
We don't think so either. But here's the reality of it. How do I know this? We used to do it too. Most dealers price a car using what they call profit packing. All right? They throw unnecessary profit on top of the real value of the vehicle because they know that someone's going to negotiate it away. So they put a customer through an hour and a half's worth of brain-damaging, stressful negotiations in order to get to a price that's actually fair. Okay? So the real question is, well, if those are the prices, what do they really sell for? Well, Pure Cars provides that for you too. This one's $500 higher than ours. This one's $2,500. This one's $2,500. This one's $1,500. All of these are priced dramatically higher, sold for more than our car did. Now, Mr. Alexander, do you believe for 1 second that we're a charitable outfit?
No.
We're a car dealership. We're not charitable. But what we do want to do now is we want to make the purchase process fair. We want to make it stress-free. We want to make it quicker. We want you to have a decent time, and we want you to save some money. As you can see, based on True Cars data, whether it's a Pilot for sale or a Pilot that's sold, we are well below market. We can do one of two things now. You can go, well, gee, Steve, I want to go look at some of those more expensive cars and spend maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 hours looking at more expensive cars and go through some brain-damaging, stressful negotiations. Or you can say, Steve, go get my Pilot ready so I can drive it home and start showing it off. In order to do that, Mr. Alexander, I just need you okay.
You know, Steve, I appreciate all this. You know, I was asking for maybe $2,000, but surely you can give me $500 less.
You know, Mr. Alexander, sure I could. Sure, I could. I could give you $1,000 less. I could give you $1,500 less. I could give you $200 less. But if I did that, that would have meant that I have lied to the last 50 people that I've talked to. Our dealership would have lied to the last 500 people we've talked to. Because everybody that comes in sees exactly the same price. Unless the market changes and the price goes down a lot. Okay? But while it would be easy for me to go ask somebody to discount it $500, the fact of the matter is, it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the customers that we have sold cars to and are presently taking care of. And don't forget, your first service, your next one due, we're going to pay for that. I just need your okay right here.
Okay. You know, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but the last car I bought, my neighbor down the street bought the same thing, and he paid $1,000 less, which made me feel like I wanted to crawl in the hole somewhere.
You know,
it's not so much the price, it's just I want to be treated like everybody else.
Well, first of all, that has been an epidemic in our business since I've been in the business, Mr. Alexander. The business model was like this. Every time someone walked through our door, the job of the sales team, me included, was to maximize the profit on that one single individual, as opposed to treating everybody fairly, okay? When we went to our one price model, quite frankly, it was quite a culture change for all of us. We've had to go through intense training, but one of the things that we've learned is even when someone doesn't buy from us, okay, at least we can hold our head up high. And we know that we have treated them just like we would have treated the last customer, or we'll treat the next customer. And you know what? More often than not, they come back to us anyway, if the vehicle's still available. Okay? Like I told you, you're one of the first people to see this car because we just took it in, just put it on the front line after having detailed and cleaned it. So I want you to enjoy the car. I don't want anybody else to, but I need your okay right here. And if you'll give me your license and your insurance card, I'll make the proper phone calls to make sure you got full coverage before you drive off the lot. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
Did you feel pressured at all?
No.
Did I pretty much tell the truth?
Yeah, you know, like you answered my questions. That's the whole thing. You know, that's what I try to do.